What's up guys and welcome to YuGiOh Dueling's video. So currently the KC Cup is still going on. However, I forgot to mention about the mission bingo circuit that's currently going on. So as you know, there are 5 total sheets overall, and here are the rewards, especially the one for sheet number 4. So for the 4th sheet, you will obtain the Unformed Void, which is an Xyz monster of rank 4. Once per turn during your opponent's main phase, detach a material from this card. This card gains attack and defense equal to the total of all face-up Xyz monsters your opponent currently controls. Do note that this is a quick effect. However, if your opponent is not going to play any Xyz monsters overall, so this card is kinda conditional and quite situational. So if you're not going up against an Xyz deck or anyone who actually uses an Xyz monster, this deck is kinda useless in that kind of way. However, if you're gonna use this against some events where you have to take on different other legendary duelists who mainly focus on Xyz monsters, then this is a card for you. On another note, there are no other interesting other cards during this sheet 5 except for the gems, event boosters, skill chips, and also the other dual orbs and coins. Which I do not understand why coins are actually important, but that's beside the point. So for the main focus of the video today, I'll be focusing and explaining to you my build for my Galaxy Eyes Cipher deck. So without further ado, let's check out the deck now, shall we? So first up, I'm calling this a Cipher work in progress deck. So as you can see, Cipher is consisting of mostly Cipher monsters, except for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. So starting off, I'm playing one copy of Cipher Soldier because it has the name Cipher. You can actually use this effect, and also because it's a Cipher monster, you can special summon Cipher Wing. That way you can go for a rank 4 like on the spot, except that the fact that Cipher Soldier is a level 3. So in most cases, you would hope not to draw into this card, but if you were to control more than 2 copies of a Cipher Biplane or an extra copy of Cipher Wing, you can get rid of Cipher Soldier just like that, because I'm just using it for the name, and also it has a decent amount of defense points, so that's a +1 as well. Not to mention, next up is Cipher Biplane. So this is a very interesting archetype overall, as I would like to explain. Ciphers are basically an archetype that focuses on special summoning their own individual monsters. So individual monsters meaning Cipher monsters overall. Cipher Biplane allows you to special summon it when you normal or special summon a Cipher monster onto the field. That way you don't actually have to tribute summon or use Super Team Body Force to cheat this monster out from your hand. The first effect would actually be targeting 2 Cipher monsters you control, turning them into level 8. And of course, this also refers to itself. Henceforth, you can straight go away and Xyz into Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, or you can also just leave it on the field as a defense monster just like that. But you can also, once you normal summon Cipher Mirror Knight or normal summon Twin Raptor, you can special summon Cipher Wing just like that, because think of it as Cyber Dragon Veer. Whenever you summon a Cipher Dragon, a Cipher monster onto the field, you can special summon this card. So to actually work as an extender for you, Cipher Twin Raptor is the number 1 card for you to have. So I recommend you to play 3 copies of this monster because this works as an extender and also your combo builder. So when you normal summon Cipher Twin Raptor, discard a card from your hand, special summon any Cipher monster from your deck or from your hand onto the field. That way you can special summon either Cipher Mirror Knight or Cipher Wing or even Cipher Biplane. But keep note that once you activate this effect, you can no longer special summon any other monsters except for Cipher monsters. So that's the only drawback for you. And since we do not have any Cipher rank 4 monsters, I'm using Photon Papillon Operative. So that way, if I were to actually use this effect, I would actually go for Cipher Biplane instead. That way, turning the 2 monsters into level 8 to go for a rank 8 play, which is Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon. So Cipher Mirror Knight itself is basically it provides you a form of special summoning and monster revival. So if your Cipher monster would be destroyed by a battle or by battle and get sent to the graveyard because of overpowering, that way you can discard this card and another card in your hand to special summon that monster back onto the field. And when this card is in the graveyard, you can activate its effect to add another Cipher card from your deck to your hand. So this replenishes your Cipher cards and also gives you a form of revival and extra draw power. So it actually works as a searcher overall, but it's a very interesting card to have. So if you're gonna play a deck like this, I would recommend at least having 3 copies of Cipher Wing and also 3 copies of Twin Raptor. By play at least 2 copies, and just like that, your deck would be settled for your combos to go on. Another thing is that Cipher Wing, other than the special summoning condition, you can tribute this card and select select all monsters that you control and increase their levels by 4. This means that if you actually use Twin Raptor's effect to special summon another level 4 onto the field, you can special summon Cipher Wing, tribute it, and turn it all into level 8s. However, I would like you to take note. I do not recommend using the second effect. Instead, prioritize using the first effect since you have Cipher Biplane's effect to special summon itself, or use Cipher Twin Raptor to actually special summon Biplane from your deck onto the field. And since this is a Cipher deck and also a mixture of Galaxy Eyes, because this is a Kite deck from the Arch5 series, you can use Photon Stream of Destruction, because as long as you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, you can activate this effect. Anyways, Eternal Galaxy is also here. Since you have a Photon or a Galaxy monster, target an Xyz monster you control special summon from your extra deck, 1 Photon or Galaxy Xyz monster that is rank 4 or higher. So this is why I use Pavilion Operative instead. So since it has the name Photon, that way I can go into a rank 4, into a rank 8, just like that by getting into Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon or even Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon. And once you've gone to Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, you can use Super Team Buddy Force to bring out Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as a cheat. And you can also switch the skills around to actually play around to let you have a better advantage in navigating how your deck is to be played. Also, the trap card Cipher Bit attaches itself to a Xyz monster, a Galaxy Eyes, or a Cipher monster as a material, and it provides protection. That way, that monster will not be destroyed by battle or card effect. It is not. So that's why I use this as a form of protection for Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, as well as Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. If you go into different other related cards, you can see there are like 2 other cards which is called Double Cipher. If your opponent controls a monster with the highest attack on the field, target Galaxy Eyes or Cipher Xyz you control that's Xyz material, detach all the materials, and you can special summon a monster from your extra deck with the same name as that Xyz monster. This is only conditional if you have about 2 copies of Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, but if you do not, then basically this card is quite useless for you. And if you and Cipher Spectrum on the other hand, if a Cipher Xyz you control has Xyz material destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, target one of those monsters, special summon it. If you do, special summon 1 Xyz monster from your extra deck with the same name as that Xyz monster. So as I mentioned, this also gives the regard that you have two or more copies of Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon. But if you do not have more than 2 or 3 copies of Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon, then these 2 cards are basically useless, so you can get rid of them and just play the other cards that are currently available, like Cipher Bit or even like Cipher Soldier, for example. But overall, you can also play around using different other cards such as Karma Cut or even like Wall of Disruption to henceforth increase the chance of like providing protection and reducing your opponent's monster's attack points. And that's about it. So without further ado, let's get right into a duel now, shall we? And let's check it out.
Duel! My turn. I set a card. I set a monster. I end my turn.
I draw Cipher Twin Raptor, Cipher Wing. Watch this. I Xyz summon my monster. I set a card. I'll set a card. Let's battle. Go.
And as you can see in the first turn combo, once I managed to draw into another Cipher monster and normal summon it, I can go into a Photon Pavilion Operative just like that. And since I only set one, I always reserve at least 1 card in hand, especially going for a second turn kind of basis, That way if I were to actually have something and my opponent were to destroy some of my set cards, at least I have something in hand to provide a form of combo to actually go for an extender during the following turn. Now Pebble Opus effect activates and turn that monster into an attack position with an attack reduction. I can do some damage during this turn. Because do keep note that even though Pebble Operative's effect is changing it to face up attack position, it does not mean that even if that monster would be a flip monster, that effect will be negated. And now I activate Eternal Galaxy so that now I can go into Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. And now I attach a material to that monster and now going for an OTK.
If you keep coming back,
So that's basically how this Cipher deck is to be played, especially the starting combo. So it is always the better hand to actually draw into either one copy of Cipher Wing or Cipher Twin Raptor. That way you can actually start your combo because you can special summon monsters by discarding a card from your hand and special summon a Cipher monster from your deck onto the field. So normally if you were to do that, it would be a one turn Galaxy Eyes Cipher Dragon right on the field. Or you can also special summon this Cipher Wing as I did in my duel earlier and go into Photon Pablo Operative so that in the next following turn I can go into Eternal Galaxy to bring out either Cipher Wing, Cipher Dragon or Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. So that's basically it for the build of my Cipher work in progress deck. And as I mentioned, this deck is a work in progress and I'm still trying out how to make it like fully Cipher based, if you want me to say like that, because even though you want to compare between photons and also for ciphers allow you to special summon monsters from the starting combo from your deck onto the field, but compared to photon monsters themselves have already so many cards like Stardust Lord Galaxion to bring out Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon on the first turn, or even actually go into like a full field of special summon monsters right there. So in any case, if you want to do a much more safer approach for playing Galaxy Eyes, you can play along with Photons first. And if you want to try something out and see whether you can actually make Cypher much more fun and a way that actually allows you to bring out rank 8 monsters like Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon for that turn, then this is the deck for you. Anyways guys, that's about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you next time in the next upcoming video. I hope you guys do win the KC Cup and who knows, we might meet each other in the KC Cup finals or even the qualifiers. Well, until then, stay safe but keep dueling. Goodbye and good night.